There he is, Raw's newest superstar. I was impressed with what you were able to accomplish on SmackDown in such a short amount of time. Kind of reminds me of, well, me.
Well, thanks, Kurt. I hope there are no hard feelings that I didn't initially sign with you.
None whatsoever. We're just lucky to have you here on Raw now. So what's your plan tonight? Going to sit back and get a feel for things?
I didn't get here by sitting back and waiting for something to happen.
No, I guess not.
You'll be seeing me out there sooner than you think, and in a very big way.
We are gathered here tonight for a very special occasion. To celebrate a milestone that only the most successful television programs reach. This is the 100th episode of Miz TV. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Show some respect for the moment in history you are witnessing. Do you know the kind of blood, sweat, and tears that go into making a production like this week in and week out? No, you don't, because you've never made one episode of anything, let alone 100. Now, in honor of this achievement, I put together a special documentary recapping the series' greatest moments that I'd like all of you to watch for the next 10 minutes. Please, turn off your cellular devices and enjoy the show.
Apparently, this is what Buzz meant when he talked about making a big debut on Raw.
This is unbelievably disrespectful to the Intercontinental Champion. But from what we've seen in the past from Buzz, I'm really not surprised.
Hey, maybe he wants to congratulate The Miz on making it to 100 episodes.
I doubt it.
What the hell do you think you're doing interrupting my 100th episode celebration? Answer me, damn it!
There's your answer.
And now the Miztourage quickly join in on the fight.
It's 3-on-1.
Skull-crushing finale.
Buzz's big debut on Raw certainly didn't go as planned.
Ladies
Welcome
and gentlemen,
to another edition of TV's
Elias.
longest-running weekly episodic television program, Monday Night Raw.
Hello, I am Elias. I've got one question for everyone here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, last week we had a newcomer arrive on the scene and challenge The Miz. He quickly learned that in WWE, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. And when I say WWE, I am referring to the WWE that stands for Walk with Elias. We got a new guy here named Buzz, who got beat down by The Miz. If you ask me, it's only a matter of time before he's out of the biz. He drives around in an old crappy van like a homeless man. He reminds Elias a lot of all you dirt poor fans.
I never thought I'd be happy to see Buzz, but if it's to interrupt Elias's music, I would welcome an earthquake.
Seems like Buzz isn't a fan either.
Okay, I think I speak for everyone here when I say we've heard just about enough. You know when sometimes you hear a singer at a concert and their voice just isn't quite the same? I mean, that's not the case with you, Elias. You sound just as terrible in person as you do on TV. I mean, I just realized I don't think WWE stands for Walk with Elias. No, I think it actually stands for We Want Earplugs.
You talk a good game. But can you back it up?
Well, as a matter of fact, I can. And since apparently The Miz is too much of a coward to face me, how about you and I go one-on-one right here tonight?
Buzz must really want to get beat up 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but we're going to have Buzz versus Elias right now. Hold on to your seats. We have singles action coming up next. We have one of our breakout talents versus a formidable opponent. The superstar known as Buzz is here.
Making his way to the ring from Copenhagen, Denmark, weighing in at 245 pounds.
Buzz is a man who has sacrificed everything to be here today, even living in his van at times when he was on the Indies.
Look, I know I'm not the biggest Buzz supporter, but even I have to admit, that's the definition of paying your dues.
Byron, I'm not going to ask you.
He really wants to become Intercontinental Champion. This isn't the best strategy. A match like this could put him on the shelf for weeks.
Or he could win and impress Kurt Angle so much that he gives him a shot at Miz's title. I'm just saying, it has the potential to go both ways.
Ooh, what an upper. Flip back down onto his back. What an impact on that belly to belly.
Oh boy. When we first were introduced to Elias in NXT, he called himself the Drifter. He'd take his music on the road, randomly appear in the audience, and would pop in to compete in matches from time to time. And boy, did those crowds hate him.
Byron brought up Elias's NXT run. Much like I wish I had seen some shows in Asbury Park. In the 70s, I would have loved to be at ringside during Elias's time in NXT. Those NXT crowds really should have appreciated those glory days.
Good heavens, Cole, you are delusional. I was there for Elias's NXT performances, and he's somehow become an even worse musician with experience. I will say he's become better in the ring once he puts down that guitar that he can't actually play.
I'll never forget Elias's sad attempt to return after his defeat in a loser leaves NXT match against Cassius Ohno. Just a few weeks later, we were introduced to the masked competitor, El Vagabundo.
Ooh, what an uppercut! He's inflicting some serious pain here. Byron, you mentioned El Vagabundo and Elias. I personally believe that they're different guys. Elias has American Beauty, El Vagabundo has Spanish eyes.
Different names, same awful music. Also, when El Vagabundo had a match against Oney Lorcan, he was unmasked, and we all saw Elias's pathetic attempt to stay at NXT foiled.
Nicely done. Elias definitely in a tough spot now. If he's not careful, this can snowball out of control for him in a hurry.
The amount of punishment he's absorbed in this match is absolutely insane. A lesser man would have given up and walked away by now.
In a back-and-forth match like this, he has to do everything in his power not to let his opponent gain too much momentum here. Oh, Buzz just barely got out of the way.
What we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
This thing is getting more chaotic by the moment.
Uh-oh. The Miz gives Elias his guitar.
Buzz gains control of it.
And he nails him with the guitar.
That'll do it.
Here's the cover. Does he have him here? There's one. Two. There's two. Three. He got him.
What an incredible victory.
Buzz somehow overcomes the odds.
Somehow, he cheated.
Buzz is here on Raw to continue his quest for the Miz's Intercontinental Championship.
I am The Miz! And this is my lovely wife, Maurice. Say something to the audience, Maurice. That was wonderful, honey. You truly bring so much to the table and are certainly not just window dressing whose sole purpose of being in WWE is to follow me around from town to town, ironing my weird Matrix cloak dress that I wear. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. When my right foot goes in, your right foot goes out. When my right foot goes in, you shake it all about. You do the stupid Miz dance and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Because I'm The Miz, and I'm awful.
Since apparently our GM either thinks this is funny, which is impossible, or is just not paying attention to his own show, I am this close to dialing 911 to report 2 counts of aggravated character assassination.
Whoa, Miz. Sasha and I were just having a little bit of fun out here. No need to go overboard. I mean, besides, you didn't even let me get to the best part. Other than showing everybody how big of a goof you are, the whole point of tonight was to debut my new singles title. You see, since you refused to give me an Intercontinental title shot, and then Triple H backed your little scheme with loser Bo Dallas, I was forced to make a title of my own.
You created your own title? Wow. What do you think this is? WWE2K19? This is real life. It's not pretend time. You don't get to make up your titles. In fact, this is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. And I've seen your matches on the indies.
You want to talk about pathetic? I think someone who refuses to defend their title, that's pathetic. Because even though this championship is brand new, it already holds more value than yours because I'm not going to hide behind it. I'm going to defend it against anyone at any time.
All right, champ. I have someone you can defend your made-up title against. Someone who's still waiting for payback for a broken guitar.
Like I said, anyone at any time. But you didn't give me a chance to explain that my title has some special conditions for how it must be defended.
What do you mean? Like the matches can only be held in high school gyms? Or there can't be more than 200 people in attendance?
Not exactly. My title will only be defended in ladder matches.
The wait is over. This one's for all the marbles, and it's coming up next. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date, taking on some tough competition.
One looking to defend, the other looking to take away the crown. This
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the Action Championship.
Buzz is about to start trending.
Introducing the champion.
I can't believe Buzz just sprung this title match stipulation on Elias. It's completely unfair.
I actually think it's kind of nice to see Buzz pull one over on his opponents for a change.
I agree. We're so accustomed to seeing Buzz at a disadvantage. Finally tonight, he gets a match on his terms.
Oh, I thought broadcast journalists weren't supposed to be biased, but I guess I was wrong.
Now back to the ring. Look at this, guys. Things are looking good now. The only thing left to do is climb the ladder and leave here the winner. And here's Elias Sampson. And here's Elias Sampson.
Your odds of winning absolutely increase when you're the only one in the ring. But just because you're solo doesn't mean you're going to win. Think about it. Climbing the ladder isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do, especially after you've been beat on since the opening bell.
Opening bell or not, Saxton, you couldn't climb a step stool to change a light bulb without getting dizzy. Let's be honest here. Here we go. Everybody's on the outside. This is the exact moment this superstar has been waiting for.
Like Corey was saying, there's no better time to climb the ladder than when you're the only one in the ring. But as we've learned, that doesn't equate to automatic victory.
Especially at this point in the match, Michael, climbing the ladder is not always the easiest thing, especially after you've had people. Buzz wins and keeps the title around his waist.
Now let's take a look back at these guys in action.
Here is your winner, and still Action Champion, Austin Aldo.
And that's a huge win for this guy. Without a doubt, he is among the most dominant guys on the WWE roster right now.
You're going to be hard-pressed to find action like what we just saw anywhere else, but right here on Raw.
You showed up a few weeks ago on my show acting like you own the place. You insult me and my wife and then cut every corner possible by creating your own title. Not to mention forcing Elias to compete with a random stipulation he wasn't prepared for. Well, I am sick of it. You want your match? You got it. My legitimate, illustrious title versus your second-rate imaginary title. At Hell in the Cell, we're done playing make-believe because I'm gonna show you what it's like to live in the real world.
Buzz has his match with The Miz, so what's Kurt Angle doing out here?
I'm glad you two are finally going to face off, one-on-one. That's right, Maurice, Elias, and the Miztourage will be banned from ringside. And since Buzz's title is on the line, the match will be held under his title stipulations, which means...
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
It will be a ladder match.
Coming up next, right here, is the match where you can expect the unexpected. We have one of our breakout talents versus The Miz.
This is going to be amazing, guys. Ladder matches are one of the most dangerous and entertaining matches in WWE.
The following contest is a ladder match and is for the WWE All-Star Heavyweight Championship.
The Indie Invader is here. It's Buzz. Here we go. Buzz's title and the Intercontinental title are on the line tonight in a ladder match at WWE Hell in a Cell.
Buzz has everything to gain and nothing to lose. His made-up title is absolutely meaningless.
If that's true, then why did Miz issue the challenge?
Because, like most of us, he was tired of Buzz's antics and thought this would shut him up for once and for all. Little did he know that thanks to our wonderful GM, he'd have to compete under Buzz's ridiculous rules.
Well, none of this would have happened if Miz hadn't weaseled his way out of an Intercontinental title defense. Nonetheless, that's all history, and certainly more history will be made tonight.
This is definitely where you want to be at this point in a ladder match. But beware, just because you're the only one in the ring doesn't mean you're guaranteed a victory. Just ask The Miz.
And he's heading back in. The Miz, as Byron was saying earlier, was seemingly the only one in the ring capable of grabbing the Intercontinental Championship during the WrestleMania 32 ladder match, but his history will tell you he was in for a rude awakening.
That's right. The Miz was just seconds away from winning that match, and he would have if it wasn't for that punk Zack Ryder. But hey, I guess even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. And don't even get me started on the blind squirrel's father. What the heck was he wearing?
No doubt that was a match people will be telling their kids about for years to come. You're looking at the first ever superstar to simultaneously hold the Intercontinental title and, for lack of a better term, the Buzz title.
Yeah, his carry-on bag just got a little bit heavier.
Yeah, if I were The Miz, this match would be under protest. It should have never taken place under these rules.
Well, it did, and now we have a new champion. You can protest all you want, but it's not going to change